guys, welcome to Planning with Crystal. So today's advent calendar unboxing is the NESPRESSO original capsule advent calendar. So coffee advent calendar. So this is specifically for the NESPRESSO original line machines, or if your machine takes that kind of pod. If you're not sure about the difference between this and virtual, two completely different machines, different capsule sizes. So make sure you get the right calendar if you are intending to get one. So in the video, we're going to unbox the whole calendar and I'm going to show you everything I possibly can about this. I've also got the virtual calendar behind me and I will be unboxing that in the next few days. If you're wondering what I'm wearing, it is my Oodie. We're getting into winter, the Oodie is back out. If you don't know what an Oodie is, it's basically an oversized, super snuggly. It's got this gorgeous, soft lining. It's like wrapping yourself in a cloud. It means you're always warm and snuggly. Oodie have kindly sponsored this video and have sent me this rather gorgeous Oodie to wear, and it is absolutely perfect for the video that we're shooting right now because it is all about breakfast items and coffee is one of my top breakfast items. So you can get £35 off your Oodie, and I'll insert a quick video here so you can see what this looks like on. Okay, so there's a link and discount code under the video if you do want to get that £35 discount on your Oodie, whichever style you choose. So now we're going to jump right into the unboxing of the NESPRESSO advent calendar. I've made a little video of the box and how it opens because it's quite difficult to kind of show you on camera, but this is the best design they've ever done for this calendar. I've been unboxing it since they brought their first advent calendar out in 2019. I buy these myself and I will insert some of the previous ones at the end of this video if you want to kind of see how it's evolved, but it massively has evolved and this is the best design they've ever done. So essentially it's got these gorgeous like gold accents all the way around. It's got a lid on, kind of reminds me of like a fancy hat box or something like that. And then the design of this is as you open it, it's got kind of like 3 different sections to it with your different days of Advent. So I'll insert the video here so you can see a little bit of a close-up of this and then we're going to get to the unboxing. I do feel like NESPRESSO don't really tell you much about the calendar, so hopefully you'll find this useful because you're going to find out exactly what's behind every single door. So it's not a reusable calendar, as you've probably seen from the video. It is just one where you pop it open, take your capsule out, and then when you finish the box, you're going to obviously recycle that box, and that's about it. You can't reuse it like some of the calendars we unbox. So let's get into day number 1. Day number 1 is Master Origins Colombia. You can have this as an espresso or a lungo, and it's a strength number 6. Original Master Origin Coffee, Colombia with late harvest Arabica. Rather nice, this one. If you were to buy a box of these, they come in boxes of 10, it would cost you £4.70. So this capsule is worth 47p. If you're familiar with NESPRESSO, all of their capsules come generally in boxes of 10 with the exception of the carafe one that they do for the virtual machine, but that's a completely different machine and a different line. So what I will do as we go through is I'll tell you how much that capsule is worth based on what it would cost you for a box of 10, so you know how much each individual item in the calendar is worth. Day number 2, and we are in the next layer down. This is a rather special one. It's Infiniment Espresso. So I can't tell you much about this one because it seems to be either exclusive to the calendar or not yet available. So that one's a little bit tricky. It just says black on it. I think it might be like a special one they've brought out for Christmas potentially, but it did say, I've read somewhere, that there are some special coffees in this year's edition. Back to the top layer for day number 3. Today we've got Vienna Lungo. This is described as a classic note, round and smooth. It's a strength number 6, like I said, lungo size, and this is worth 60p. Day number 4, and we're in the deeper, lowest level. I was kind of hoping that that deeper layer was going to have something other than coffee. I think it does for the last day, but I was kind of hoping that this would be the year we'd see other things like biscuits and stuff, but so far I'm thinking maybe not. So today we've got Lookiero, which is one of the ones that's intended for use with milk, for intense yet balanced recipes with milk, particularly for cappuccino and latte macchiato. Doesn't list a strength for these anymore, and this is worth 45p. Definitely a good one if you like the taste of coffee in your like latte or cappuccino. I know that sounds daft, but some people I think just like the taste of hot milk and therefore are better with the kind of weaker coffees. This one's a bit stronger so you can taste it through all the milk. Back in the middle, day number 5. Day number 5 is one of the World Explorations coffees. This is Paris Espresso, the most balanced of our World Explorations espresso. Delicate, bitter and citrus notes enliven its mild cereal and biscuit character. And it's a brand new one, it's an espresso size, and it's a strength number 6 worth 40p. Day number 6, back on the top. One of the kind of classic range, it's been around for a while, but it's one of my absolute favourites. It's Nicaragua. So it's from the Master Origins range. This is a strength number 5, but it's got a really nice kind of taste. For me anyway, I really like this one. It's described as Nicaragua with black honey and processed Arabica. It can be brewed as an espresso or a lungo, and it's worth 47p. Personally, I brew this more as an espresso because it's not a really high strength. I find that to get the really nice kind of taste that you want, for me, this is better as an espresso. Day number 7, middle layer. Today we get arpeggio. This is one of the ones I started with when I first started drinking espresso, which was about 10-11 years ago now. This was the one I always used to use. It's a purple kind of capsule. I used to use this for milk recipe type things before we had one that was specific, and I still do use it for milk recipes quite a lot because I feel like with the kind of flavour and the strength of it, it holds its own when you're putting it with a milk. It says for intense and creamy coffee. You can brew this as a ristretto or an espresso. It's strength number 9 and it's 39p, but like I said, I would say give it a try with milk because I think it works really well. Day number 8, here in the middle. This is another World Explorations, but it's a newer one. This is Stockholm Lungo, so a lungo sized coffee. Warm heritage, rich and full-bodied. It's a strength number 8 and it's worth 40p. Day number 9. Another one that's been around for quite a long time. This is ristretto. So, given a name like ristretto, it can of course be brewed as a ristretto, but it also can be brewed as an espresso. This is a strength number 10, so pretty strong. It's worth 39p and it's described as powerful and captivating. It's another one that I always used to put with milk, and it's nice on its own if you just want that kind of deep, smoky type taste. Day number 10, staying here at the top. This is another that I think is a special edition. I'm going to say this is the Christmas range. It's got to be because I can't find it anywhere on the website. This is from the Infinitely Gourmand range and it's hazelnut flavour. Now, we had hazelnut flavour a long time ago. I'm going to say 5 or 6 years ago at Christmas time. And a friend of mine, this was like her favourite ever coffee, and they took them away and we haven't seen them for years. They've done them in a virtual size but never in a original size, so really excited that that's coming back. I'm guessing that's going to be a Christmas limited edition. Day number 11, back on the bottom layer, we've got Buenos Aires Lungo. This one is described as distinct delight, sweet and cereal. It's a really nice one if you just want a light kind of coffee taste and you like that kind of sweet cereal taste. I don't mean sweet like artificially sweetened, but just that naturally sweet that you sometimes can get from certain coffees. I really like this one. It's only a strength number 4, which surprised me when I tasted it because it does hold its own despite only being a strength number 4, and this is worth 40p. Day number 12, back on the top layer, we've got Venezia, harmoniously balanced and thick black coffee. Harmoniously balanced and thick bodied coffee. This can be brewed as espresso or ristretto. Strength number 8, 39p. Day number 13, middle layer, Master Origins Ethiopia. This is strength number 4. It can be brewed as an espresso or a lungo. It's worth 47p and it's described as Ethiopia with dry processed Arabica, which doesn't really tell you anything. I just think it's a nice balance between the two coffees. It's another one that I would drink black and enjoy the flavours of it. I've bought this many times and I really like it. But of course, it's all really subjective, and that's why I try not to go into too much detail about the coffees because we're all different and I've not necessarily even tried them all because I tend to stick with my favourites sometimes, like I'm sure we all do. Which is why I'm glad of the calendars to kind of take me out of my comfort zone and get me to sort of retry coffees or try new coffees for the first time. Day number 14, staying in the middle, Napoli. I was pleasantly surprised when I first tried this. It's definitely a darker coffee, but it's still got a really kind of creamy taste to it, so it's really, really nice. It's 41p, strength number 13, so that kind of gives you a clue as to where we're up to with this. And it's actually described as exceptionally dark and creamy coffee. Definitely give it a try, even if you're not normally into like a strong coffee kind of taste. This one is balanced quite nicely, so I really liked it. Day number 15, back at the top. World Explorations Tokyo Lungo. Sips of Elegance, floral and complex, worth 40p, and this is a strength number 6. I've not actually tried this one. I do love how pretty the capsules are though. But for me, I'm not a big fan of floral. So it depends if you like those kind of floral notes when you're drinking your coffee. Day number 16. We've got Ristretto again. This one is decaffeinated, so the decaf version of the Ristretto. So again, this is strength number 10. This is worth 41p. Powerful and contrasting is how this one's described. For me, again, I do think this still works quite well with milk. There isn't many decaffeinated coffees left now in Nespresso's range. I quite like decaf because I like to have coffee in the evenings without it kind of keeping me awake, but I know that divides opinion. I'm guessing they're not super popular if there's now only kind of a couple in the range, but nice to have one in here all the same. So on this day you can have maybe an evening coffee. Day number 17, back in the middle. World Explorations Shanghai Lungo. Modern tradition, fruity with fine acidity. Strength number 5, and this is worth 40p. Day number 18. This is another that I think is a bit of a limited edition. This is called Infinitely Fruity and it's raspberry flavour, which should be quite interesting. Although I don't tend to like fruity coffees, sometimes when it's like a specific flavour like a raspberry one, it's quite nice. It just depends how it's executed. And I guess it's how you want your coffee to taste, but another interesting one to try. There's lots of adventure going on in this calendar. Day number 19. World Explorations Istanbul-Espresso. This is new to the range. It's espresso, as the name would suggest. It's worth 40p and it's described as a complex espresso full of wild aromatics and a balance of both bitter roasted and fruity notes with a touch of acidity and an almond finish that hints at sweetness. So it basically sounds like it does it all, doesn't it? Day number 20, here in the middle. Master Origins Indonesia. This can be brewed both espresso and lungo. It's worth 47p. It's a strength number 8 and it's described as original Master Origin coffee, Indonesia wet hulled Arabica. Back at the top for day number 21. Levanto, another that's been around for quite a while, but I do feel like the best ones do tend to stay around. I mean, there has been occasions where certain ones have gone and I've been like, no, I love that one, but for the most part, the popular ones are the ones I like anyway. Genovo Levanto, round and balanced coffee. Strength number 6, this is one I like to drink black and it's 39p. Day number 22 in the middle. World Explorations Rio de Janeiro Espresso. So an espresso coffee again. This is new. It's worth 40p. An Arabica only espresso with a complex split roast delivers a surprisingly full body and strong roasted notes graced with exotic herbal aromas. Day number 23. Barista Creations Vanilla Eclair. These retail at 45p. Again, you can put them with a little bit of milk or you can drink them black. I like them with just a hint of milk. I think it brings out kind of sweetness of the vanilla. So they are the coffees. We're now on to day number 24, Christmas Eve, the last day of the calendar, and I'm really intrigued to see what's behind that door. For the previous 3 years, it's always been a cup of some sort, but I have absolutely no idea this year, so we will see. It's definitely the biggest door, day number 24. Okay, interesting. So we do get a cup. This is from the Origin collection, and it's the espresso cup. It normally comes in a pack of 2 for £21, which means this is worth £10.50, but we also get a coffee. Finally, this is the first time ever that they've actually included a coffee and a cup on the same day. Like I said, I was really hoping this would be the year of the biscuits and the chocolates, but that's not happened. So we do get another coffee, and it's another one I can't identify because it is from whatever this new range is going to be. So it says P on it, which I think is for Pierre, who designed the calendar, and it just says black underneath. So I think it's just a black coffee, so you can have that in your new cup on Christmas Eve. So that was the Nespresso Original Advent Calendar for 2022. Please let me know in the comments what you think. I'll put a link and everything underneath to where you can go and order the calendar. Like I said, I'll be back to unbox the Virtual calendar. If you want to see that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified when that video goes live. I've also got an independent company that will be sending me their original line coffee advent calendar, which is brand new for this year, so I'll be unboxing that with you pretty soon. So if you like coffee advent calendar videos, definitely make sure you're subscribed and then you don't miss them. So what do I think of the calendar? Like I say every year, I just really wish they thought a little bit more outside the box and added other things like some of the biscuits and the chocolates and things, but that's just my opinion. We've also said, and we've been saying it for years, that we would like the cup to come like day number 1 instead of day number 24. Although calendars traditionally build up to the most exciting item, it's kind of nice to have the cup and actually, you know, use that as you're going through the month. But of course, that's your prerogative as a customer. If you buy this calendar, you can just go ahead, take that out of day number 24 and use it throughout the month if that's what you'd like to do. So I'm going to guess that the virtual calendar will have a different cup in it, if it has a cup in at all, because this would also be quite a small cup for the virtual machine, so that'll be interesting to see what's in there. Sometimes they've done like the same range but just in different size cups with this calendar, so it's interesting. What I do like about the calendar, I love the design this month. I think it's really cleverly done, really nice, feels really luxe, and I do like the fact that they've given us lots of different drinks and across lots of different types. So there's new ones, there's old ones, you know, so there's lots of different choice. And for me, what I like about the calendar, it's obviously not about saving money on the coffee, it's more about having that variety and getting to try a wide range and kind of being surprised every day, because believe it or not, by the time I get to this calendar in December, I'll have forgotten what's behind each door anyway. The calendar retails at £41 with free P&P, but you can get 20% off the calendar if you're an expert or ambassador member, and all the info about memberships and stuff is on the website, and that will then bring the calendar down to £32.80, so it's quite a decent saving if you do want to get the calendar. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up, it lets me know you're enjoying the content I'm producing, and I'd love it if you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to be notified when my next video goes live. Thanks so much for watching, bye guys!